Atul, thank you for joining us once again. And viewers, let's move ahead now. We're getting in some more updates from Saurav Das's statement on Supreme Court orders and protesters' demands. Cockroach Janata Party Chief Spokesperson Saurav Das has said if the Supreme Court is acting in the interest of the youth, we welcome such orders or judgments. We, on the other hand, have been acting on the ground for a long time, and we have certain demands that must be met. That is the most important thing. One of our key demands was that all FIRs against protesters be withdrawn and that the government refrain from taking any retaliatory action against any protester in the future. We expected a written guarantee regarding this to be issued by today and for all those detained or arrested to be released. Let's listen in.
देखिए, सुप्रीम कोर्ट अगर कुछ युवाओं के हित में कर रही है तो हम वेलकम करते हैं ऐसे ऑर्डर्स को या जजमेंट्स को, लेकिन सुप्रीम कोर्ट जो कर रही है वो अपने तरीके से कर रही है, अपने आइडिया के हिसाब से कर रही है, वो करते रहे। हम लोग ग्राउंड पे थे बहुत टाइम से, हम लोगों की कुछ डिमांड्स थी एंड वो डिमांड्स पूरे होने चाहिए, वो सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट बात है। हमारा जो एक जो की डिमांड था वो था कि FIR सारे विड्रॉ होंगे सारे प्रोटेस्टर्स के खिलाफ एंड फ्यूचर में भी कोई ऐसे एक्शन, रिटेलिएटरी मेजर, कोई भी एक्शन सरकार नहीं लेगी किसी भी प्रोटेस्टर के खिलाफ। अगर एंड ये लिखित में जो रिटर्न गारंटी होना चाहिए वो आ जाना चाहिए आज तक, मतलब कि ट्यूसडे तक आ जाना चाहिए। तो जितने भी सारे डिटेनीज थे, अरेस्टीज थे, उन सबको फ्री करना चाहिए, ये हमारा एक मुख्य डिमांड था। अब अगर उस पे हम लोगों ने ये नहीं बोला कि कोई माइनर है तो तभी आप उसको रिलीज करिए, या किसी के ऊपर पहले से FIR है तो उनको मत रिलीज करिए, ये सब हमारा कोई डिमांड नहीं था। एंड सरकार को भी समझना चाहिए कि हमारा जो डिमांड है वो जैसा गारंटी दिया था, जैसे देश के सामने उस प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में दोनों मिनिस्टर्स ने गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के बिहाफ पे जो एग्री किया था, वैसे ही डिमांड आपको रखना पड़ेगा। अभी अगर सुप्रीम कोर्ट बोल रही है कि जिनके ऊपर FIRs है पहले से उनको मत छोड़िए, तो वो हमें मंजूर नहीं है। हमारा जो डिमांड है वो क्लियर है एंड उसी के हिसाब से होना चाहिए, क्योंकि उसी चीज पे।
All right, Atul, all demands of the Cockroach Janata Party were met. All demands were met, at least verbally. That's how the protest was stalled. But any word on when the leaders of the students' protests will get written assurances as they are seeking?
Well, according to the CJP, they are still waiting for the written assurance from the government, which was supposed to be, according to them, be given to them by today, which is EOD Tuesday. So we are waiting for that to happen. But earlier we saw late last night, Government of India's officials, representatives from the government, handed over some of the, official letters, that was issued by the Bihar government as well as some of the other state governments, which sort of barred the police from taking any coercive action against the protesters, against the student protesters particularly, because if you remember, since there were visuals and reports coming from different states where student protesters were being targeted, detained and arrested, and that did not go down well with the CJP, and CJP took to social media and while speaking to the press as well, reiterated the fact that, the JP Nadda as well as Jitendra Singh, the ministers from the Modi government, clearly assured them that no coercive action would be taken against any student protesters, and that was something which was being violated in the spirit. That was pointed out, and that the CJP said that they would want to shy away from, initiating action again, or sitting down on the protest once again if the assurances that was given to the CJP was not met. And that is when we saw that those letters through an official was being sent to the CJP late last night. Now what we're expecting is that today by EOD, government should be able to give a written guarantee to the CJP, and that is what the Saurav Das has been, mentioning. But for Saurav Das, and the CJP as well, if you see, Supreme Court's word was sort of a boost for the CJP and the protesters, but but Saurav Das clearly pointing out at least two portions of the Supreme Court's order, which which sort of tends to separate common protesters with those having certain past of crime, as well as those protesters who are of 18 years above age. CJP clearly mentioning that they don't see such discretion, such differentiation among protesters, and they want all FIRs and proceedings against any protesters, be it they are underage or adult, or be having any sort of criminal past allegations. All sorts of protesters should be spared, and all FIRs should be cancelled against them, is what the CJP says. So we are expecting for today. We still have about 6 to 7 hours left in today's when the day ends. So let's see what happens if the government actually gives a written assurance to the CJP, because Ashutosh Ranka, the other spokesperson, clearly mentioned that the CJP, if the government fails to give a written assurance, the CJP would once again mobilize students and sit on a protest again.
Right, absolutely, Atul. Thank you very much. We'll see how that goes ahead.